Thank you, Mrs. Dion, Mrs. Gilmore, Mrs. Bearden, Mrs. Moore, Mr. Dunn, and Mr. Camo. Thank you very much. Our national anthem will now be sung by LHS sophomore Mia Clements, who will come forward. Careful on the rip. All right, you're fine right here.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed? Twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Mia. Thank you very much. Just be careful walking back. Thank you very much, Mia. Beautiful. Thank you very much. Please have a seat. Wow. Before we move ahead, let's take a brief moment of silence to honor and remember loved ones, family members, and friends we have lost along the way to this special day. We offer consolation and share solace for those who have experienced loss. Thank you very much. Superintendent Calenci, Chairman McCarthy, members of the school committee, members of the Board of Selectmen, honored guests, faculty, parents, friends, and graduates of the class of 2023. Good morning. Good rainy morning. And welcome to the 136th commencement of Littleton High School. Thank you for joining us here on Alumni Field for a wonderful occasion full of appreciation and celebration. On behalf of our graduates and community, I want to take a moment to express our heartfelt thanks to fellow Littleton educators, teachers, custodians, cafeteria workers, school committee members, and so many community members. Your work and support help us navigate each school year. Please join me in a round of applause for our educators and staff members across the district. We want to take a brief and grateful moment to recognize longtime PTA members, Colleen Feltis and Liz Armento, who have dedicated so much of themselves on behalf of Littleton students and the class of 2023 through the years. This is a special moment for both of them as they attend the last high school graduation of their children. Will their boys come forward to give a token of appreciation? Liz and Colleen, if you could sort of give us a wave. I think you're on the field. Thank you, Mrs. Bearden. Liz, Jake, she's over there. Okay. Special recognition today also goes to retiring LHS teachers. History teacher and guest speaker, Mrs. Susan Harvey. Special education teacher, Mrs. Michelle Hirth. French teacher, Mrs. Janine Allison. Your legacy lives on in the students you have taught and guided. Thank you for your years of dedication and skillful teaching. And we have a special little memento of appreciation for Susan Harvey. Nev? Thank you. Amy's all set too. Today, we also appreciate the remarkable dedication and talented work of Mrs. Deb Dion, our executive administrative assistant who has served the Littleton schools and its students with impressive calm, competence, diligence, and kindness for 23 years. Deb is at the helm of LHS every day, helping things run smoothly despite whatever stressful issues and stormy weather conditions surface. Best wishes, Deb, as you begin your next chapter and embark on a well-deserved retirement. Amy Prue will present a token of our appreciation to Deb. I think Deb is here. Is she working at the back? Deb, there she is, on the left. Thank you, Amy. Lots of recognitions and appreciations to start the ceremony this morning. We also recognize at this time 2 graduates who will serve our country in the future. Charlie Painter, will you please stand? Charlie will attend WPI with a full Air Force ROTC scholarship. Max Toohey has joined the United States Marine Corps Reserves and will attend the University of Massachusetts Lowell. Max, Charlie, thank you. And as we always do each year, we especially express our tremendous appreciation to the Littleton Scholarship Trust and so many donors for supporting Littleton students and alumni. This year, the Trust awarded over $140,000 in scholarships to the members of the class of 2023, and a total over $200,000 when including LHS alumni. If you have received a scholarship from the Trust this year, please stand now and be recognized. Please stand. Thank you very much, students. Graduates, in preparation for my remarks today, I thought of a book that I read during your final year of high school, entitled The Power of Regret, How Looking Backward Moves Us Forward by the author Daniel Pink. The book has so many lessons that resonate at life's turning points, and especially today, as you look back over the last 4 years and prepare to move forward. This transition to life beyond high school provides a time to savor heartwarming moments and joyful memories, while also presenting an opportunity for reflection and a time to briefly recall, but not dwell on, missed opportunities, mistakes, difficult choices, unresolved relationships and connections, things left undone, paths not taken. You may recall some things you wish you did or did better, or some things you wish you did not do. We all share this in common. Daniel Pink's key points may be instructive for you in the months and years ahead, and I'll share some of them with you this morning. Acknowledge regret, learn from it, and use it to motivate you. Know that there will be plenty of moments, minor and major, where you wish you could have a do-over. Wish you could go back and talk to a younger or earlier self and alter the action. Change the course. Make a different decision in hopes of an alternative or better outcome. Regrets also present an opportunity for reflection, learning, and renewal. This understanding enables us to make a fresh start and avoid repeating past mistakes. As an old saying goes, don't sweat the small stuff, nor be consumed for too long with rumination about a regrettable choice or experience. We all need to move forward, and an essential part of that process is letting go of things we wish turned out better. Instead, feel the regret. It may sting for a while, and move ahead with a commitment to doing better and making sounder, more informed choices in the future. Cultivate a growth mindset. Throughout your academic journey, you face COVID-related challenges, pressures, stresses, and perhaps moments of self-doubt. Hopefully, your time in the Littleton schools has instilled a growth mindset in your approach to learning and improving, a resilient spirit, and a commitment to learn from mistakes showed you how to surmount setbacks and overcome obstacles on a promising path. Regret teaches us about the value of time and reinforces the importance of relationships. It's a reminder to nurture our relationships, to make connections, enjoy our time together, and to express love and appreciation. Regret can make you better. There are regrets behind you, and truthfully and unfortunately, regrets ahead for you, as for all of us. As you leave LHS, carry with you the belief that you have the capacity and strength to learn, adapt, see new perspectives, and become even better than you are today. Walk ahead with hope and confidence in your future. You are about to become Littleton High School graduates. And know that we believe in you, are so proud of you, and are optimistic about what you will accomplish and contribute in your future. With that said, today we mark the culmination of your Littleton schooling and the commencement of a continued journey. On behalf of the faculty of Littleton High School, I congratulate you all, and now please give a warm welcome to our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Kelly Clenchy.
Good morning. This has a slight resemblance to the recent Taylor Swift conference, and if Taylor can do it, we can do it. So we're good. Everything's good. Graduates, distinguished guests, families, administration, and staff. As a district, we are particularly proud of the graduating class of 2023. I'm not sure whether you remember this, but we started our journey together when you first entered kindergarten at Shaker Lane School. It was also my first year as superintendent, so in many ways we have learned together during the last 13 years. Having the opportunity to watch you grow into the adults that you have become has been an incredible experience, one that I will always treasure. We are so proud of your accomplishments and are excited to celebrate with you today. Today marks a special day, a milestone in your life journey, the end of a chapter, and it signals the beginning of something brand new, something exciting and unknown. But make no mistake about it, you are ready to write a new chapter that will be unique to you. You will decide on the main themes and fill out the blank pages as you continue your life journey. You will control the narrative and tell your own unique story. In the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson, life is about the journey, not the destination. As you refine your unique gifts and discover new passions, your stories will begin to unfold. Your journey may consist of twists and turns and will likely require a few redirections. This is normal. Life is not a linear journey, but every experience will have meaning and help to guide you. During your time with us, you have learned the importance of resiliency, taking things at face value, adjusting and adapting, and making things work. However strange this may sound, this skill set is a crucial skill required for continued success. As you pursue your passions, be cautious about the need to achieve perfection. There is nothing wrong with pursuing perfection, but perfection is an unrealistic standard. Striving to be the best you can be is all you should ask of yourself. As we reflect on the last 4 years, our nation and world continue to be faced with many challenges. I encourage you to embrace the importance of being a global citizen and be part of the conversation promoting civil discourse and focusing on solutions that create a better nation and world. Within our country, we have been witness to a reassessment and challenge of a number of core values that were once shared by all states, which has created conflict and a sense of uncertainty and a concern about the cohesiveness of our nation. It's imperative that we employ an active voice to help shape a country that we will continue to be proud of. Chrystia Freeland, the Deputy Prime Minister of Canada, recently spoke at Northeastern's graduation and emphasized the need for this generation to become the greatest generation of this century. And the work of this greatest generation will be to lead a renaissance of democracy. We are an interdependent society that relies on one another to provide services and expertise necessary for our welfare. We must continue embracing our interdependency and working together to minimize our limitations. As we all know, we are stronger together. Some sage advice from former President Obama, who talks about the need to create a new normal, one that is fair, gives everyone opportunity, treats everyone equally, and builds bridges between people instead of dividing them. This is the challenge that we have before us. I would encourage you to be a strong advocate of this new normal. Together, we can help shape our world, a world that you'll be proud to leave to future generations. One of the many strengths of this year's graduating class is their commitment to being kind and compassionate. Kindness and compassion are paramount in creating a fairer world that treats everyone equally and unites people instead of dividing them. The concept of paying it forward is equally important. Personal example of an act of kindness that I frequently reference is an experience I had many years ago at a Dunkin' Donuts drive-thru. When I arrived at the window to pay for my order, I was told that the car in front of me had picked up the tab. I know what some of you are thinking. No, it wasn't my wife that was in the car in front of me. It was a complete stranger. Since that time, I have continued to pay it forward and randomly pay for a person's order. I have found that this pattern has continued, and I still, to this day, witness people who continue to do this. A simple act of kindness that made someone's day. I highly recommend it and offer a bit of advice if you try it. I recommend that you look in your rearview mirror prior to doing this, and if you find that you have a 12-passenger van full of people behind you, you may want to take a pass. Best wishes as you continue a new and exciting journey. I am confident that you are all destined to do great things. We are in good hands. Congratulations, class of 2023.
Thank you, Dr. Clenchey, and now our school committee chair, Justin McCarthy.
Good morning. My name is Justin McCarthy, and I am the chairperson of the Littleton School Committee. I was asked to say a few words. I know two things to be true. We are all very proud of the accomplishments of the class of 2023, and absolutely zero people are in attendance today to hear my speech. I promise you this, I'll keep it very short. To the class of 2023, this is your moment. You have worked hard and accomplished great things. This ceremony is a unique experience in your life. You will never again feel closer, yes, physically, but also emotionally, to your classmates. Soak it in, no pun intended. Take a moment to look around, wave to a friend, share a smile with a classmate. Hoot and holler if you must. This is all about all of you. At the conclusion of graduation, we're all going to go our separate ways. But never forget that you're all part of each other's lives. You are the class of 2023, and that makes you special to each other and to us. I'd like to share a piece of advice that was given at my own high school graduation that has always stuck with me. That piece of advice was to live your life like your mother is looking over your shoulder. I know, it's pretty basic, right? Well, if you think about it for a moment, I know the world would be a much better place if we all just lived our lives from time to time like our mother was looking over our shoulder. I share this for two reasons. One, I think it's fundamentally good advice, but also because I have no recollection of hearing that advice during my own graduation. I was probably too busy soaking it in and taking in the moment. I wasn't actually listening to the speaker. It was after graduation when my father said to me, I really liked what the speaker had to say about living your life like your mother's looking over your shoulder. It struck a chord with me. My father was validating the advice of someone else, and for that reason, I grabbed a hold of it and stored it permanently in my brain. So, to the parents, grandparents, and loved ones of the class of 2023, while your babies are all grown up, there is still some opportunity to pass along advice that'll have a meaningful impact on the lives of these fine young adults. You just never know which piece of advice will stick with them forever. Lastly, I'd like to speak with the class about an opportunity. As you move on to the next phase of life, the world will become a bigger place. That bigger world is waiting for you. It needs good people like the class of 2023. It's important that we all try to leave the world a better place than we found it. There's one particular local leader who always thanks everyone in attendance at their charity events for their time and their treasure. While you might not have much treasure just yet, we all can find some time to give. I strongly encourage you to get involved in volunteer work that interests you. There are a million ways to give back. There are a million ways to give some of your time to your community and make change in a meaningful and positive way. The gift that you'll receive in return, other than doing the great work for the cause, is that you will meet some truly exceptional people. Those people will share a common interest with you, and you will just never know what doors of opportunity will be opened for you from the relationships you develop during your journey of life. I didn't speak at my own high school graduation. Never in a million years did I think I'd be speaking at yours. The work we do as volunteers in our community is gratifying, but it's the people that we do it with that makes it fun. Don't ever forget to have fun. I promised I'd keep it short, and I've already said too much. I hope you soak up the moment, live a life that your mother would be proud of, and strive to leave the world a better place than you found it. Congratulations to the class of 2023. We are all very, very proud of you.
Thank you, Mr. McCarthy. And now our guest speaker, history teacher, Mrs. Susan Harvey, will come forward to give her speech. Thank you.
Hi. I don't have contacts and I don't have windshield wipers on my glasses, so we'll see how this goes. And I didn't laminate it, so there you are. Thank you all so much for inviting me. I'm really, really honored to be here with you today. Maybe not here, but you know what I mean. But with you, absolutely. As anyone who has taken a class with me knows, I have a standard answer to the question, how long should the essay response journal entry be? And my response is quality versus quantity, so I'm going to attempt that here. I do not need to remind you, it has already been done, what you have gone through during your high school years and the pandemic. But I think I might need to remind you that you are all so much more resilient than you think you are. You have come out of this really much better than you went in. It has been an interesting 4 years. And you really, truly are ready to take on the next phase of your life. You have the tools to do that. My colleagues and I have helped you get there. Thank you to them. But whatever you do, please look out for one another. I encourage you to broaden your universe of obligation. Some of you will know what that means. And include as many people as possible in the world, because you are all on this same precious planet. And you are better connected to everyone than any other human on earth has ever been. So please use those connections for good. Be upstanders, not bystanders, to the discrimination that sometimes dominates our airwaves and even our school hallways. As Edmund Burke famously said, the only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for people to do nothing. Don't be indifferent. Take a stand. And for heaven's sake, vote. Democracy is not a spectator sport, and it depends on you. And you are the generation that has the terrifying responsibility to save our beloved Earth. I apologize on behalf of my generation for all the damage we have caused. Being around all of you, getting to know many of you very well, provides me with hope for our collective future. I know you will do your best for the planet and humanity by putting your heartfelt efforts into journalism, medicine, engineering, psychology, the environment, international relations, community and public affairs, military service, politics, creating innovations yet to be imagined, and yes, even teaching. Please travel. Some of the best experiences I have enjoyed as a teacher occurred outside of the classroom with many of you. Not only will you learn about other people's cultures, history, and languages, you will learn more about yourself and your own values. As Mark Twain said, travel is fatal to bigotry and stereotypes. You cannot change the world without seeing it. And a funny little thing happens when you leave home. When you return to this little town with a big heart, you will appreciate it much more than you do right now. I know this. And listen to your gut. You know yourselves better than anyone else. Make the choices that are right for you, not what some other person thinks you should do. Remember, people make choices, and those choices make history. You will make mistakes, we all do, but do not let poor choices define you. Press on. Nothing is inevitable. Be proud of yourselves and make good history. And I want to end with an excerpt from a beautiful and inspiring poem by Amanda Gorman. It is a long poem. I suggest you Google it. You will find that Florida has banned it, so I thought I'd include it. For while we have our eyes on the future, history has its eyes on us. So while once we asked, how could we possibly prevail over catastrophe? Now we assert, how could catastrophe possibly prevail over us? We will not be turned around or interrupted by intimidation, because we know our inaction and inertia will be the inheritance of the next generation. Our blunders become their burdens. We will rise from the gold-limbed hills of the West. We will rise from the wind-swept Northeast, where our forefathers first realized revolution. We will rise from the lake-rimmed cities of the Midwestern states. We will rise from the sun-baked South. We will rebuild, reconcile, and recover. When day comes, we step out of the shade, aflame and unafraid. The new dawn blooms as we free it, for there is always light. If only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it. And finally, Geez and Crow, I do love you all so much, even the rascals. You are valued. You matter. Remember that. Please stay in touch. I want to know how you change the world. Thank you.
You're welcome. Be careful going down. I got you. Careful. All right. Thank you, Mrs. Harvey. And now we'll have greetings from our class speaker, Nev Martin.
Good morning. My name is Nev Martin, and welcome to Littleton High School's Class of 2023 graduation. I would like to start by saying thank you to our class officers for inviting me to be this year's class speaker. I am honored to speak before this year's Valedictorian, Arv Aurora, and Salutatorian, Owen McNeil. The only thing more impressive than these two students' grades is their ability to teach me science. Arav, thank you for getting me through chemistry, and Owen, thank you for teaching me physics. Congratulations, seniors. I'm ecstatic to say that we have survived high school. Growing up in a small town such as Littleton is a unique experience. It is safe to say that all of my classmates, at one point or another, have criticized Littleton's littleness. We have complained about how everyone is in each other's business and how our only form of entertainment exists in the point. I have, undoubtedly, joined in on these critiques. There are only so many times I can eat a burrito from Moe's before I start to go crazy. In my senior year, however, I have had time to reflect on the past 14 years I've spent in Littleton Public Schools, and I have finally grown to appreciate our littleness. There is actually something really special about growing up here. Littleton's tight-knit community can only be found in towns of 10,000 people. We show up for each other. We step up when people in our community need us. We stand up for our neighbors, our friends, and our families. I have felt the small-town love from members of our community firsthand. In 7th grade, I lost my mother to cancer. I did not know how to cope with the death of a parent at 12 years old. Thankfully, I quickly realized that I would not go through the stages of grief alone. My amazing group of girls, who I am so excited to be graduating with today, were immediately by my side. Each one of their moms were proud to step in as a substitute for my mother whenever I needed them. The Littleton school staff let me know that I always had their support. Teachers became therapists, and classrooms became safe spaces. Although 7th grade was an incredibly hard year, I had the most wonderful people around me to help me through. This is the Littleton way. I am one of 9 seniors graduating today that have lost a parent. This statistic is heartbreaking, considering our graduating class of just over 100 students. I can say with great confidence, however, that we have felt the support of Littleton behind us through these difficult times, whether it was through great friends, involved teachers, or supportive family members. There is a great love that comes out of times of loss, and this is unique to our town. I am thankful to have grown up in Littleton for this reason. This town is home to some of the most loving, caring, and empathetic people that are always willing to offer a helping hand. With that being said, thank you to my fellow graduates. I am so lucky to be part of a class of kids that care about each other so much. Thank you, teachers and coaches. Your dedication to us does not go unnoticed. Thank you to my girls and their families for always having my back. Thank you to my own family and the Valcourts for being my biggest fans. Finally, thank you, Dad. You are my rock. Littleton has shaped all of our lives in immeasurable ways. Our class wanted to give back to our school to show our thanks. The class of 2023 has decided to gift our high school a new refillable water station that will be installed in the downstairs hallway. With this new fountain, there will be a plaque to honor our grade. Thank you, Littleton, for a terrific high school career, and thank you all for joining us here today.
Thank you, Nev. And now our salutatorian, Owen McNeil, will come forward to share his remarks. Yeah, I know. You're going to have to hold it down a bit here. There we go.
Okay. Spending the past 4 years of our lives, standing on this stage with this crowd, I'm drawn to a certain trope that you'll see every so often in mass media. A character will be in the midst of some wacky situation when all of a sudden, the sound of a record scratch plays, the scene freezes, and the character asks, "You're probably wondering how I got here." Well, all of our lives have been moving towards this moment for around 18 years, but the story really starts about 4 years ago, when we were all bright-eyed and bushy-tailed middle schoolers getting ready for our first year of high school. I was recently reminded of what I was like back during that time when I was handed a brief letter that I had written to myself back in freshman year. Suffice it to say we have all grown a lot since then. Spending the past 4 years of our lives together has been a truly unique experience. There will probably never be another point in any of our lives in which a group of people so large play such a constant and long-lasting part. We went daily from math to history to English, and in each and every class, we knew every person, or we got to know them over the course of the year. Doing this so many times, for so many years, we have built a sense of camaraderie and identity together as a class. With such a long history with each other, it is rightly daunting that we are about to graduate and end this long chapter in our lives. We have all had some amazing experiences together, and we've shared the burden of painful times. We have been supported by not only our classmates graduating today, but also by our amazing teachers and administrators, our families, and students that have graduated in years past or still have a few more years to go. In our 4 years together, all of us have changed, grown, and developed, and we've done that together. In the safety of Littleton High School, we've matured, and we've set goals for ourselves. Now, as we stand ready to leave LHS for good, we also prepare to leave behind this amazing community that has nurtured us for the past 4 years. We aren't the same people who walked into this school 4 years ago. We've been irrevocably shaped by innocuous moments, shared laughs, and hard-fought achievements. And even though we are about to set out into the world, I know that none of us will ever forget our amazing memories here at LHS. Congratulations to my classmates for getting this far, and a big thank you to those who helped us along the way.
Thank you, Owen. Now our valedictorian, Arv Aurora, will come forward to share his remarks. All right, Arv, you got this. Here, just pull it down. You got to hold it right.
Yeah, exactly. Ladies and gentlemen, esteemed faculty members, honored guests, fellow graduates, and the cherished friends and family that have supported us on this incredible journey, good morning. My name is Arv Aurora, and I'm absolutely honored to be here on the stage today to celebrate our grades, accomplishments, and achievements. To be honest, writing this speech has been an engaging and confusing experience. When I was told I'd have to write a speech, I had zero idea where to start. And as a result, I sought advice from my friends. Lafferty and Sturts suggested I write a funny speech, while Ayush inconceivably wanted me to talk about the Celtics. Ayush, after that Game 7 loss, man, come on. Exactly. Nev had the best advice of all. She said, Arv, regardless of whatever you talk about, please make sure your speech is under 5 minutes long. I'm sorry, Nev. I don't know if that's going to happen today. Exactly. To gain inspiration for ideas, I decided to watch film. By watch film, I really meant I went on TikTok and I spent around 4 to 5 hours watching different speeches, whether that's Taylor Swift's NYU speech or Nav's University of Toronto speech. After hours of notes and redrafts, and a lot more redrafts and many more redrafts, here I am on the stage today presenting to you the very cliche graduation speech I didn't want to present. From a young age, we've all been asked the classic question, what do you want to be when you grow up? Some of us have known the answers for years. For instance, some aspire to becoming teachers, the selfless warriors who work hours to educate their students. Others aspire of becoming doctors or even professional athletes. And at Shaker Lane, all second graders are asked what they want to be when they grow up. I was going to bring a copy of the yearbook, but it was raining and I didn't want to destroy my friend's copy. So being intrigued by my classmates' answers, I'm just going to pretend I have a copy with me right now. And so let's go through it. So Brian, the Truth Maurice, apparently wants to be a professional hockey player. Nice, good for you, Brian. Dean Blake, you also want to be a professional hockey player. Nice. Zach Tucker, you also want to be a professional hockey player. Great. And Timmy LeBron Jean, you also want to be a professional hockey player. I guess we're a grade full of people who just want to be professional hockey players. Although I didn't go to Shaker Lane, I think I would have said it. I want to be a professional basketball player. So, Duke basketball, if you're watching this, it's not too late to unreject me, and I'll come play for the program. Exactly. To me, what our second grade yearbook shows is that the Littleton class of 2023 is a group full of resilient dream chasers. Through the years, we faced challenges head on, never backing down. We've learned the importance of perseverance, pushing ourselves to new heights, and never settling for mediocrity. We've been the best at whatever we've tried to do, whether that's powder puff, 2-0 record, Spirit Week, 3-1, or attempting to break the school record for the most collective tardies in a school year. I'm proud to say I've helped and contributed with that one. Sorry, Yushan. United by a shared spirit of determination, our grade has shattered limits, defied expectations, and illuminated the path of possibility for future LHS students. Going back to the age-old question, if I were to ask many of my fellow graduates today, what do you want to be when you grow up? Many still may not know the answer to that question, myself included. However, this once lighthearted question is now filled with stress and anxiety. As 17 or 18 years old, or John Feltus might be 25, I've heard, we're just trying to get through English class. How are we expected to clearly know the next 4 decades of our lives? As a result, I challenge us to reconsider this question and instead ask, who do you want to be when you grow up? This new question carries a vastly different meaning as it focuses on shaping our identity based on our own self-image instead of defining success based solely on our career, salary, or our accomplishments. It's important to remember that our future selves are not predetermined by external factors, and we ourselves have the power to consciously shape our values and the person we want to be in the future. I want us seniors to ask ourselves, what values do I cherish? And do my actions each day clearly reflect those important, integral values? For example, if I value compassion, am I reaching out to my friends and family in time of need? Do I share words of encouragement to uplift others around me? If I value integrity, am I accountable for my actions? Do I stand up for what I think is right, even in the face of adversity? At the end of the day, it is through these deliberate actions that we truly reveal our authentic selves and leave a lasting impression on the world. Not just graduates, but everyone on this field today has the power to be confident in their own identity. In today's social media-filled society, it is easy to feel insecure, tentative, and even afraid at times. But when this happens, we lose sight of our own happiness. If we become defined by our profession, salary, or our grades, we'll never reach our full potential. And now, to the class of 2023, I'd like to say, now is the moment to envision our potential, the qualities we want to embody, and the impact we wish to make on this world. On this milestone, it is a time for thinking, a time to evaluate our passions, strengths, and the values that resonate deeply within us. Thanks and congratulations to the class of 2023.
Thank you so much, Arv. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for, the presentation of diplomas. Class advisors, Mrs. Bearden and Mrs. Moore, will come forward to read the names of the graduates of the class of 2023. Are they going to use your list?
Yes, please. I wish it wasn't so long. Yep. My hands are numb. You ready? Arv Aurora. Owen Paul McNeil. Nev Ellery Martin. Javier Aponte Rodriguez. Jacob Aramento. Jax Baker. Nicole Ashley Balzotti. Lindsay Marie Barbella. Brian Alexander Beltrami. Siraj Bhat, sorry. Sophia Ann Black. Dean Blake. Hannah Josephine Botego. Ella Burncabbett. Monty Cad Wallader. Evan Christopher Cherry. Sarah Isabel Shumash. Kaylin Elise Cleary. Neil Robert Kopp. Grace Coro. Chloe Grace Coro. Erin Margaret Kuykendall. Mary James Crowley. Madeline Marie Cusiano. Emma Ruth Savikovich. Catherine Danforth. Gregory Francis Deshane. Brady Patrick DeCoste. Alexander Eno DeLorenzo. Julia Marie DeNoya. Aiden Joseph Doyle. Tyler Wilkinson Edwards. John Allen Feltus. Kate Elizabeth Ferreira. Patrick Joseph Ferreira. Isabel Mary Field. Jack Pierre Joseph Fornicola. Joshua Lewis Friedman. Rachel Arami Friedman. Mark Lawrence Fazoli. Ryan Graff. Jordan Lucas Graham. Andrew Tyler Gray. Natalie Edwardovna Gukasova. Hannah Elizabeth Hohenschel. Courtney Lynn Hood. Timothy R. Jean. Benjamin Daniel Kane. Thomas J. Kazanjian. Jenna Dorothy Kivlin.
Aryan N. Kulkarni. Ayush N. Kulkarni. Luke William Lafferty. William Henry Lizick. Connor Jackson McNeil. Justin Christopher Mano. Brian Christopher Maurice. Charles Edward Martin. Maeve A. McCabe. Catherine Rose McDonough. Lindsay Estelle McDonald. Kira Mary Miglani. Emily Kate Mazzoni. Evan Matthew Montgomery. Akocha John Naskey. Paul Sean Neary. J. Don Nordahl. Cameron James Noyes. Shay Jean O'Brien. Kaylin Rose O'Mara. Elizabeth Margaret O'Neill. Charlie Elizabeth Painter. Abigail Agnes Pandolfo. Yaksh Malik Patel. Ava Elizabeth Pittarino. Nikhil Pratapagiri. Nicholas Protasewicki. Amy Pauline Prue. Erin Elaine Prue. Declan Bartholomew Reedy. Nathan J. Richard. Amelia Ann Rogers. Maya Grace Rule. Allison Maureen Ryan. Aiden Sakota. Dave Supple. Priyanka Sorathi. Nina Rose Scaramucci. Shayla Ann Senecal. Vedant Sharma. Madeline Jane Shea. Zachary John Slavinsky. Maxwell Sven Smith. Simon Thomas Smith. Anthony J. St. Gelais. Timothy O. Sturts. Jamie Ann Sunberg. Maxime William Toohey. Cadence Alana Tracy. Zachary Tucker. Owen Sean Valley. Henry Wengel. John Woodward.
Wow, we did that pretty quick. All right, congratulations, class of 2023. And now, if we could have the class officers come forward, they will lead us now in the ceremonial turning of the tassel from right to left in recognition of your status as graduates today. Congratulations.
What do I do? Do I count down? No. Oh, can you guys stand up, please? Okay, so countdown. It's like, all right. 1, 2, 3. Now we toss it. We did it.
Class dismissed.